everybody. We're back with some more Tempest Rising. I've been meaning to do another stream of this, but I've kind of got distracted because the Steam something sale is on, and Pharaoh Total War was on sale, and I decided to get it because it was like $20 for the full game, and I've just been playing a lot of Pharaoh Total War. It's really good. If it's still on stale, I would actually maybe recommend picking it up. I'm enjoying it so far. They apparently did what they did with the Rome 2 Emperor Edition, and they just completely overhauled the entire game. So now it's the Dynasty Edition, and it's actually way better than the previous one was. So let's see here. The RTS streams recently? Oh, thanks. Glad to hear that, White Door. Why is that not showing up on the chat? Okay. I don't know why chat isn't showing up. Damn it, Argent, boomerang it up. We'll start in a minute. I'm just going to give people a little bit of time to get here. There we go. So yeah, I've just been playing a lot of Pharaoh Total War. I've only tried the Mesopotamians and the what's the other faction? The Hittites so far. I'm enjoying both of them a lot. The Mesopotamians in particular are really, really good because I think they're the only faction that gets cavalry. Everyone else gets chariots, but they don't get actual cavalry, which is really, really good. Because it takes place during the Bronze Age, there really isn't very much. Well, there isn't very much cavalry, so it kind of makes archers god tier. So it makes archers really, really good. And the Assyrians are able to kill the cavalry, obviously, with their cavalry. Fall of the Republic. I haven't tried Mycene yet. I've only played as Hatti and Babylon. Babylon is really good. Babylon is awesome. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to double check that the Twitch stream is also working. Let me know if the audio balance is okay once we get into the actual game. Hopefully I can try to hopefully we can get it done today. I've been busy. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the news and in my life. As I've said, I don't try to cover Ukraine every day. It just happens that stuff happens almost on a daily basis. Okay, so let's go to, I think we only have 2 campaigns left. So we're on Fire of the Gods. So let's see how this goes. And I am drinking, I got some Arizona iced tea.
And GDF, you need to take them both out. Our old base in CV on its way to you. Clear a path through and get to the drop zone. Good luck.
In motion. Where shall I put these? Mechanics.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me know how the audio bounces.
Let's get to work. Taking new
Yeah, so just a note on Pharaoh. So something I like about it is my problem with a lot of the previous Total War games post Shogun is I didn't really like how their economic system worked. In Pharaoh Total War, you have food, wood, stone, bronze, and gold. So it's not like every building just produces gold anymore. which I just find it interesting, like, because basic units don't take bronze as part of the upkeep. Okay. So it kind of depends. So it makes the game kind of more strategic in some ways, because there's certain regions that produce bronze or stone or whatever, so it's important that you capture those. So I think that's kind of cool. Also, the economy is a little more dynamic and fluid because of that, but yeah, overall I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
I'll be there. Of course.
Oh shit.
Watching for move. Acknowledge.
Unit is under attack.
In motion.
So yeah, this is what I'd say is like the first good one since Shogun 2. I did not really like Warhammer was okay, I guess. I just don't really like how the new engine works. I don't know if Pharaoh uses like a newer engine, but I don't mind the engine for it. It seems pretty good.
What do you need? Ah, General. Over there.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Drone command unit.
Ah, General.
Unit is under attack.
Okay, so let's go down around.
I'll be there.
Shogun. Yeah, Shogun 2 was really good. It was kind of like the last of the older
I
ones.
see.
Yeah, Pharaoh Total War is pretty good.
Let's
Or I guess it's called Total War Pharaoh, but I just call it Pharaoh Total War
I see. I'll be there.
because of reasons.
Moving.
But yeah, they've added a bunch of stuff in. I'm really excited with the range of units they have. I think is factions is really cool. Like you have Mesopotamians, Hittites, Egyptians, Canaanites, Sea Peoples, Greeks. I think there's some others, but there's a very good
Let's get
just
to work.
mix
Of course.
of
Over
units.
there. What do you want me to fix?
I don't know. It feels like arrows are a lot better now than they were. One of my issues with I felt like with Rome 2 and some of the other ones, arrows were just kind of, I felt not very good. And I tend to like missile units.
Infirmary support power.
Let's get to work.
No, I never played Attila Total War. Or Total War Attila.
I'll be there.
Barbarian Invasion, though, is something I love. Barbarian Invasion is so much fun. Just the insane battles you can get into. Like, if they're sieging epic stone walls, you can kill, like, 6 or 7 stacks of units sometimes. With just the barbarians, just when you're going up against some of them.
In motion.
Capture the GDF hospital. I guess
Of
that's
course.
that.
Let's get to work.
Do I have engineers?
You have enough? What do you want me to fix? I see. Taking new position.
I don't know if it still has the hero tracers thing. I haven't actually tried to play a siege battle. I normally play them a bit more as grand strategy games. I tend to mostly auto-resolve. So I haven't played too many actual battles. But like I said, with Assyria, you can go like
Building captured.
I think like
Field infirmary.
7 or 8, like 8 heavy infantry. Sorry, 8 medium infantry, like 6 or 7 archers, and then the rest
A support power
Syrian
ready.
cavalry. I just don't really like chariots. I know they're like a big thing for this time period. I just don't really care for them myself.
Of course. I see. Of course.
I'm trying to think what my favorite Total War would
Automation
be.
has been equipped to hack into GDF's local security network. If we capture
Rome
one,
Remastered
we'll
was
be able
really
to
good,
see
actually.
what's out there.
The nice thing, I think the thing that made Rome so good was just the variety of factions in it. Just you had a lot of different factions, and they all had completely different unit rosters and different play styles. Like the Carthaginians played very different from the Romans. The Greeks played very different from the Parthians. And yeah, and I just thought that was one of the major strengths of it, was that you had such a just a wide range of arsenals you could pick from. So, regardless of your playstyle, there was generally an army that you could use. Personally, I liked. Well, it's kind of hard because the Seleucids are by far the best. The Seleucids and Romans have the best unit rosters. I think that's pretty uncontroversial to say. The Seleucids have and the Romans have the best unit rosters. I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. What else there are? Wow, that was a massive range part. I liked the Macedonians a lot. I thought the Macedonians had a really good unit roster. They were probably my favorite, like non kind of cheap faction. Just cavalry and just pikemen are really good, and so are cavalry. Like just their light lancers were really good. I'm trying to think what else was good.
Building captured. Terrain revealed.
Ready for repairs.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to capture that. I have one technician left. Yeah, so someone actually explained to me why chariots were so big. It's because horses were really small during this time period. Yeah, the horses were very small during this time period, so they couldn't use them really for cavalry. They weren't big enough to really ride into battle, especially if you were wearing armor. But they were just big enough that if you were going to use, okay, let me see. What button? Okay. They were big enough to pull chariots if you could get a couple of them together. I just don't really get what the point of chariots are. They just don't seem to be a particularly good melee unit. I guess they're supposed to be a missile unit. I just don't really get the purpose of them. Whereas like Assyrian cavalry are just god tier. Because like I said, archers are really good when there's basically no cavalry.
Aerial drop zone located. Clear the area and stand by for a drop-off. Our base is under attack.
No, back. Fuck. Back. Hold position.
Relocating them.
Our base is under attack.
Leading you.
Primary objective accomplished.
Yeah, and Assyrian cavalry are really good at destroying that. I think the Assyrians were the first people to use
Be advised, GTS
cavalry,
base is under
like as
fire
part
from
of their
Odysee.
standard war. The Assyrians are kind of like the Seleucids, where they start in a pretty chaotic position. Although Babylon probably has the best start position,
not destroy
arguably,
the
in the
air
game,
tower.
because it's in the exact like bottom right-hand corner of the map. So yeah, the Assyrian start position is really good. There's a lot of debate as to whether it was fair to give the Assyrians cavalry. Now, my understanding is the Assyrians started using cavalry around 900 BC or so, and this game takes place in 1200 BC. So I get that it's a little ways off, but I don't think it's like crazy. A lot of people complained though and said it was people with high time preference, basically.
Our base is under attack.
Eyes on the skies. Oh, this. Her name is Pointy.
Okay, let's go on my engineers.
General.
Repair that.
Technician.
Rain is currently just kind of stalking around. There's a place near where I live that makes makes beef jerky in house. So I got some of that and it's just sitting on my desk and Rain's kind of going crazy over it. I mean, being a cat, she's too lazy to actually eat any of it, so she just wants to like smell and lick the package. Let's see here. Yeah, the Chimerians are, but they are like a faction. And if you're Assyria, if you are in Mesopotamia, you can recruit them as local units. There's like local units and faction units, and they are a local unit.
Is that you, HQ?
Who are pretty good. They're better than just, I think, normal Assyrian cavalry. I think the Hittites have the best
I understand.
heavy infantry in the world,
Yes?
if I recall. The Hittites have the best heavy infantry. Oh, okay. Go right
General.
back.
Moving
The
over.
Assyrians are all around strong. The Trojans have
General.
really, really good heavy infantry, apparently.
Received and understood.
I'm not sure what their archers are like, though. So, someone explained, at least what the game explained to me about, I think it was the game or it was, something I was reading. So, iron is not actually better than bronze. Bronze is superior to iron. Well, it depends on the alloy, but bronze is generally superior to iron in most ways.
Oh, this. Her name is Pointy.
It's like it doesn't rust, for instance. You can get it to be as hard as iron. There's a lot of advantages to it. It's just that bronze is very expensive. If I recall, one of the problems with bronze is because it's an alloy of copper and tin. You need both of them to make it, and geologically, for whatever reason, copper and tin generally aren't close to each other. So that's a big issue with bronze weapons. Iron is found pretty much everywhere on Earth. So because of that, it's not so much that the iron weapons were better, it's that it was easier to mass produce. And so you could equip larger armies with metal weapons. I think is my understanding what the why it was such a big deal when the Hittites developed iron. It wasn't that like it was cutting through bronze or anything. If you look at like hoplites and stuff, whenever they are able to use bronze, they prefer to use bronze.
Moving over.
This is kind of a weird map.
Received and understood. Relocating them.
Well, the problem with iron is iron just rusts really easily. Um, and basically falls
No
apart.
problem.
I think also the alloys are the bronze alloys better. Yeah, bronze is easier to work with. Once again, I think iron is available pretty much everywhere on Earth.
Okay.
Although the Japanese only have access to really shitty quality iron, which is... That's kind of the sad thing about katanas, is people like to talk about how,
It will be on. You want that
like, they had to fold the steel, like, 20,000 times or whatever. The reason they had to do that is just because it's very, the type of iron they had access to in Japan was very poor quality.
Building captured.
So it just was not, you had to do that to remove all the impurities from it. I'm not insulting Japanese swordsmaking or anything like that, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, that was part of the reason why they had to do that. It was the only way to make, like, good quality steel out of the horrible iron they had at their disposal.
Unit is under attack.
So interesting thing about the Japanese. So when the Portuguese first got to Japan,
Is that you, HQ?
the Japanese immediately bought guns from them, and they thought once again, I've said this many times, the Japanese thought guns were the coolest things ever made,
Specialists under attack.
and samurais immediately started using guns. But aside from that, the thing about
I like the way you
sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Yeah, so the daimyo who bought the first guns from the from the Portuguese decided to try to reverse engineer him. So he had a swordsmaster try to build a musket. Now, my understanding is the Japanese figured out how to build them pretty quick. There was one mechanism, though, I don't recall what it was, that they could not figure out on their own. So when the Portuguese came back in 2 years, they were able to figure that out, and then the Japanese were immediately able to just mass produce rifles, like really, really fast. And that kind of became the weapon of a samurai.
Receiving.
Construction complete.
Setting up refinement.
I mean, that's always kind of the funny thing, is it's, in some ways, samurai have, samurai have more kind of in common with cowboys than, knights, because they both like guns.
Train pod supremo.
Sorry if that was
Construction
very
complete.
kind of mumbling and incoherent.
Where shall I put these? Location set.
It, yeah.
In transit.
Training.
Ah, General.
What is a Tempest processing center? Can I...
You have a task.
Unit ready.
Can I capture that?
Equipment ready. It will be ours.
Okay, it looks like I can. Oh, okay, cool. It generates credits? Awesome. I think it was the match. I'm not sure what it was. I'd tell you if I could remember. I just remember a friend of mine was explaining it to me, and he said that there was some part of it that they just couldn't figure out. It might have been the match lock part. That sounds probably right. But,
Our base is under
like,
attack.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. I mean, the Japanese are smart, and they have lots of experience with metalwork. So, it wasn't too difficult for them to
Our
figure
base
it
is
out.
under attack.
An interesting time period is when the Japanese invaded Korea. They might have been one of the first armies in the world that largely used what would it be called?
Building captured.
That largely used a firearm armed
Base is
army.
under attack.
Like I think that the army that they deployed to Korea mostly used guns. And the thing about the Korean invasion is the Japanese, from my understanding, the Japanese massively won on land.
Building captured.
But the sea part was a disaster, and that's kind of what led to the defeat. The Japanese, despite being an island, historically had a really bad naval tradition. I think because the Sea of Japan is very easy to navigate. Like it's quite it's quite calm, from my understanding of how the Sea of Japan works. So as a result, Japanese ships weren't very good at like open seas, and the Koreans just completely felted them on the ocean. On land, the Japanese completely curb stomped them, and so it kind of led to this.
Just get me there. Technically,
What would the term be? Stalemate.
Building captured. Building captured. Training.
I think by the time Oda Nobunaga was doing his thing, the Japanese army, I think, or his army mostly used rifles. I don't think, I think that was the main weapon that they would use actually. I think it was something like one bow for every 3 rifles. The one big advantage that bows have over rifles is that bows are capable of indirect fire.
Unit ready.
Like you can see that very well in like Total War games, where once you get musketeers or musket troops, they have to stand on the front line, directly facing enemies. But if you're dealing with archers are able to
Training.
stand behind your melee units, and because they can indirect fire. So that was like the one big disadvantage of firearms. I mean, they're better in pretty much in most other ways, but yeah. Something someone was telling me is
Unit ready.
people don't really get how much strength it takes to fire a bow. It actually takes an immense amount of strength to properly fire like a bow. And it's kind of ironic that in RPGs, bows are used with rifles. Didn't show up Japan for a long time. No, I know. I'm just saying. I think that's what they called them. What is the term for it? Oh, okay. No, I thought it was called the Tanagashima rifle. Maybe I'm wrong. But no, I know they weren't rifled guns. They were smooth bores. But I thought that was the term they used for them.
Give me something big to shoot. Is that you, HQ?
Unit ready. Training.
The other thing that's interesting about what's it called? About samurai is
Captured.
katanas are like a sidearm or a backup weapon. A samurai's main weapon would be a nakadita or a yari or something like that. You aren't really supposed to use what's it called?
Constructing.
Wow, my brain is just not working.
Constructing.
Oh, do the Japanese have the same word for musket and rifles? I could be wrong. I thought they... That was just confusion on my part.
Construction
What was I saying
complete.
about samurai?
Check. Report.
Yeah, so their main weapon would be a yari, which is, for those of you who don't know, is like a spear with kind of a cross guard on it, or a naginata, or a bow. That's also a big one. That was kind of the original thing that samurai used, was they were cavalry archers.
Construction
But
complete.
yeah, so they started using bows. No, sorry. So that was their main weapon, and then their secondary weapon would be a katana. It was kind of a backup in case all their other weapons just failed.
Ready for battle. Location received.
Yeah, swords are very romantic, but historically, there's a reason why most people used pole arms. There's just such an inherent advantage to having that extra reach that is kind of hard to overlook. Like, I think European knights generally would use... Actually, I'm not sure what European... I think it depends on the era
Yes, General.
what they would use as their primary weapon. On horseback, it would be lance, and then there was maces and swords after their lances broke. On foot, I'm not sure if they would use pole arms or not. It's an interesting question. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Just seeing what vehicles I can build. Okay, so I'm gonna need some... Okay, I'll get a couple salvage vans, because I'm gonna need those regardless. Oh, right, I keep forgetting that as Tempest I can upgrade my buildings.
Researching.
I need to upgrade the construction yard.
Unit ready.
In the 15th century, Western European knights prevalently uses shorter pole arms like pole axes on foot. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't really think about it too much because I don't know how often knights... I guess knights fought dismounted a fair amount. I'd imagine stuff like halberds would also be good. I know once plate armor came around, they stopped using shields and started exclusively using two-handed, or almost exclusively using two-handed weapons, because a shield provided no additional protection above plate mail, or sorry, plate armor. So there was really no reason to use anything else, to use a shield at that point in time, because it was less useful than just full plate. Let's see here.
Constructing.
Yeah, English knights like to fight on foot. I don't know if it's just because there's not a ton of pasture in England, or it's because England had a larger middle class,
Upgraded.
or there was a lot of like poor nobility in England. If that was the... I'm not sure what the reason is exactly, but the English developed a pretty good, I guess you could say,
Construction complete.
infantry tradition fairly early on. Let's see here. Okay, upgraded
Unit
the
is
bastion.
under attack.
Alright, I'm just getting my army together. So the army composition I use as Tempest is Porcupine MLRS,
Upgraded.
salvage vans, and a mixture of boar tanks and
Training.
boar tanks and flame tanks.
Unit ready. Training.
Okay, so there, I just got to keep that going.
Unit ready.
Okay, I need to go up and take that Tempest field because I'm running out down there.
Missile launcher.
Unit ready.
I have the payload.
I'd say though, like the biggest chads of the Middle Ages though is the Normans. The Normans are just so based. I love the
Unit
Normans,
ready.
and I don't just say that because I have a Norman last name and
Training.
my oldest ancestor is crossed the channel with William the Conqueror. But they were just like Christian Vikings, and they would just they would just destroy basically everything in their path. I mean, the fact that they conquered like
Unit ready.
Sicily, I think says something. Like that was just a thing. Like they were able to make it all the way down to there. If you look at some of the battles they fought during the conquest of Sicily, it was like almost kind of a meme battle. It would be something like 50 or 60 Norman knights versus like 10,000
Unit ready.
Muslims, and the Muslims would just get destroyed.
I have the payload.
Now, I think probably what would happen is
Unit
they probably had poor morale to begin with, and when they started like fighting the Normans and the Normans were just not dying, I could see them maybe
is under attack. Our harvester
like just
is under
running
attack.
away in chaos. But I mean, Norman knights had those big like chainmail, high quality chainmail halberds that covered the entire body. And I don't really know, like realistically, if you're like a light cavalryman, I don't know what you do against that. Like your light bows aren't going to penetrate that. The light bows aren't going to work. I don't really know like what else you could
Unit is under attack.
do really. If like a big like 6 foot tall Norman is coming at you.
General. Okay. Moving over. Equipment ready. Here,
People
General.
forget, like people don't really get it because whenever they
I can take it.
whenever they test change
Unit is under attack.
whenever they've tested chainmail like on shows, they always use the wrong type of chainmail, so it always just looks like it sucks. Chainmail is actually very
It will
effective.
be out.
If you see there's a video on YouTube, stop using butted chainmail for historical tests, and they have some like actual riveted chainmail, and they like are throwing spears at it and stuff,
Insufficient funds.
and it's just like
Building capture.
throwing spears at it just bounces off. It's actually very effective armor. It's just that the type that they test is shit. I mean, the plate that they test on these shows is also shit, but there's only so much you can fuck up like a piece of steel. Like, even if it's not tempered or properly built, it's hard to fuck up. Like, it's still a piece of metal.
General.
And it's a bit like with some of these, like,
Is that
fake body armors people will make.
You want that one?
There's only so bad,
Insufficient funds.
what was I going to say?
Training.
Yeah, just like sometimes when people make like their custom body armor, it still like works semi okay because it's just like a piece of steel. Like if you strap a piece of steel to yourself, it's probably going to stop at least some bullets, at least from smaller caliber guns. So yeah, when they're doing the tests with like just the crappy piece of like sheet metal, I mean it's going to stop some bullets because it's sheet metal. I mean it's metal. Let's see here. Investigate old Dynasty base.
Unit ready.
I'm just seeing. Which direction we're going to go. Yeah, I'll try going this way, maybe.
Siege weapon ready. Location set.
The other cool thing about chainmail is chainmail cleans itself. Chainmail doesn't really rust, or at least it's fairly easy to maintain. This is something that the Romans found. If you the iconic armor of Roman legionary is the Lorica segmentata. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like all the plates that are like bolted onto a frame, and it's really impressive looking. That thing, the problem with that was it would just rust like crazy. Yeah, it would just constantly rust. It had to be cleaned like on almost a daily basis. It was kind of a mess logistically. The thing is with Lorica Hamada, which is the chainmail, is it would clean itself. So if you would wear it while marching, the friction would remove any rust from it. Chainmail can also be cleaned by just putting it in like a sack of sand and rolling it around. That actually works pretty well.
Unit ready.
So it's a fairly like straightforward. It's fairly useful. It's fairly intensive to make chainmail, but a well-maintained set can last decades.
Technician.
Unit ready.
Sure thing. Just get me there.
Unit ready.
I could build another
Unit ready.
harvester, but I just don't have enough patches. Okay, so let's see here. I have
We can
like 6 boar tags. Yeah, I have enough to at least move out and start making some progress. I have a lot of missing
there now.
things.
Where shall I put these? Ready, General.
Porcupines shoot air? Oh no, it's ground only. Okay.
There's staples.
Okay, I'll have to get some anti-air units.
Building captured. Training. On hold.
Oh, okay, cool. There's one down there. All right.
On your command. Location.
Unit ready.
Right, if there's a Tempest field down there, I'll take that one. Oh, hey, Defender. Good to see you, man. So I was thinking, do you think that there's like a world under which Young like retired and he wrote The Decline and Fall of the Galactic Empire as like a 12-volume set, and he became known as like the greatest historian of the space age? I kind of feel like that would be like the alternate universe version of Young. Or that's what he wishes. I mean, I think what Young wishes is that he could have retired with a pension,
Unit ready.
married Frederica, had a bunch of kids with her, and then just spent his days writing history books. I think to Young that would like be the like his ideal
Unit is under
life,
attack.
I'm ready.
which is very cozy.
Air superiority. She's speaking good words. Moving out. Whatever you need. I like the way you think.
Unit ready. Training. Unit
Okay,
is
I'll
under
set a
attack.
harvester down there.
Unit lost.
Yeah, Drake's arrow. Acknowledged. Handles like a dream.
Unit ready.
Loud and clear. Where shall I put these? Orders, General. Receiving urgent. Taking position. Loud and clear. I have the payload. Series T, Pomezoto.
Unit ready.
Ready, General.
What am I doing? Why am I taking so long? All right, I was gonna. Where's the engineer? I told you to go capture that.
I can take it.
Unless there's like something else I'm missing.
Unit ready. Building captured.
Okay, that's cool. I can mine there. Let's see here. We'll just attack move down to there.
Unit is under attack.
I have some anti-air fighters, as opposed to having what are they called?
Unit ready.
Air-to-ground units. Are there battleships in this game? There's like an air battleship, I think, but it's not very good. At least in my opinion, it's not very good. Let me see. Can I build it? Let me see.
Researching.
Maybe it's not available in this mission. Because there is... Oh, leveler. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll build a leveler or two just for fun.
On it. Air superiority. In transit.
Structure upgraded.
Yes?
They're the engineers.
Unit is under attack.
What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, okay.
Wake reporting.
More units.
Directs rolling. Receiving. Missile launcher.
Oh,
The
oops.
skies
No.
are. I have the payload. Relocating payload. On my way.
I still want Team Genocide of like Freerin, Goblin Slayer, and Aaron Yeager to join forces and just exterminate like everything. That's the dream. That's the dream, that the three of them would like form a triumvirate, and it would just be them like exterminating fantastical creatures.
Location set.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Our base is under
Let's
attack.
see. Okay, there we go. Sorry if I'm a bit slow at these missions. I tend to be pretty cautious when I do these.
Standing by, General. Moving over. Moving over. Yes.
Unit is under attack.
I'm just trying to see if I can go up this way. I don't think so. I think I have to go up in a... No, I don't see a way to go that way. Maybe I'm supposed to use drop ships or something like that. I do have some air units, so I'll just run them up there.
I'm ready. Lighting rockets. Acknowledged. On patrol.
Oh, okay,
The old
cool. There's a
base
bunch
is
of
still
units there.
standing. Reliable Dynasty workmanship. The structures should be operational.
Okay, that's cool. There's just a bunch of extra units there.
Watching this,
I didn't
guys.
really need them, but I mean, take what I can get, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. That's useful.
Our base
There's
is under
a
attack.
shit. Okay.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Our Tempest rig is under
Okay.
attack.
Anyways, let's
Unit
move
lost.
out. I have the units to do that. I have more than enough units to move out.
Heading there now. You got it.
Those guys. Oh. Okay, one of my criticisms of this game is I just find it's very easy to get max money. Like, I just find myself very often in this game just reaching max
Siege weapon ready.
dollar amounts. I think they need to make silos hold more.
Constructing. Construction complete. Unit is under attack.
The Dynasty's hammer.
Okay, that could have gone better.
Just phase a port. A better position.
Or could it have? I don't know. It seemed, I didn't really... Actually, I didn't lose very many units there. Okay, so I guess it did work as intended. Let's see. Do I have any more? Or maybe the levelers are better than I thought they were. They seem to be
Standing by
kind
for
of
launch.
destroying
Unit is
everything.
under attack.
Oops.
Come in, Bitchute. Yes.
Okay, cool. There we go. Right, those guys are doing their job.
Complete, General. Siege weapon ready. Received, General. Gears will be
Oh,
ready.
a lot of casualties. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if I even really need porcupines. I'll get some voltaic tanks and I'll use them as my artillery. They're more reliable as artillery anyways. I'll get one more and then we'll get some pillagers
Training.
and a couple more boar
Our unit
tanks.
is under attack. Training.
I think.
Unit ready.
General, you're the enemy. Changing vector.
Unit is under attack.
Wow, that thing has a lot of health.
These guys are ours.
Should probably get some ground-based in here at some point.
The Dynasties. We will be there.
Unit is under attack.
Versatilities. Moving now. Standing.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe levelers are actually good after all. I mean, they seem to have pretty good DPS.
We have the sky. Focus on us.
I'm kind of excited to play as the Veti in I assume that like in the DLC or like just a future update, they're gonna add the ready in. So I'm pretty hyped to actually get to play as them. It sounds like that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Unit ready.
Yes, General. Loud and clear. Siege weapon ready.
This is a pretty fun mission, actually.
Unit ready.
You know, I'll get a couple more levelers.
West relay destroyed. The integrity of the barrier is weakening, but this is not yet over. Take out the remaining relay.
Their units just seem to have a lot of health. Okay, let's see here. Just gonna get everything together. I feel like I built some more units and I'm just... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Like old times.
Alright, so there was some more units.
Tracks are rolling.
I don't need to build more boars then.
Cancelled. Uncancelled.
Pillagers just have so little health. They aren't nearly as good as flame tanks were in
Just said a word.
Tiberian Dawn.
Unit ready.
The Dynasty's hammer. Where are they? Where are they? The Dynasty's hammer.
I am really looking forward to the GDF units.
Ready.
I don't think they'll be as I don't think the campaign will maybe be as interesting, but I do kind of like their unit roster a bit more. I think it more fits my play style.
Unit ready.
I assume those are power generators.
Unit is under attack.
Get a fourth leveler. I probably don't need any more. That's a lot of money I put down for those. Queller. That's kind of cool.
Where are they?
I kind of like that name, actually. Queller. That's a good name for a anti-ground aircraft. Okay, so we move up there. We can move up.
Siege weapon ready. I have the payload.
Collapsible
Unit ready.
tanks.
Standing by. Moving over.
Once again, I know I'm probably a little overly cautious for some people,
Our
but
base is under attack.
well, it's like what Little Carmine says. An ounce of water, no, was it an ounce of gold is worth a gallon of gold is worth an ounce of blood. I can't even remember what it was. Fuck, I can't even get his malpropism right.
Uncancelled.
I think it was an ounce of blood is worth more than a gallon of gold. I think that was his malpropism.
Training.
I love Little Carmine. I'd say in The Sopranos, like, my favorite characters are,
Is under attack.
other than obviously Tony. I'm just not going to include Tony because everybody
Unit
loves
lost.
Tony. I think Ralph and Little Carmine are like my other
Our
two,
base is under
my
attack.
two like favorite characters who aren't Tony.
Unit ready.
Voltaic tank. Engaging tank.
Although Chris has some good malpropisms too. I think that the best malpropism is probably dysentery in the ranks, because it actually works. Like, in some ways it actually works better than dissension in the ranks.
Unit ready.
It's a very
I have the payload. Airborne.
Unit ready.
Will I be as an effective a boss as my father? And I do indeed intend to be as effective as a boss as my father. But until I am a boss, I don't know if it's... Are you just talking to yourself? I mean... Streaming, what do you think? Okay, so I don't think...
Orders, General.
Okay, no, I can't go in there yet.
Unit is under attack.
Airborne.
Unit ready.
I think I need to go around.
Affirmative. Yes, General.
It'd be cool, yeah, it would be cool in like a future updated Tempest Rising if they added in, naval units. Like that would be kind of a cool expansion to do, like a naval unit expansion or something. Because we haven't had naval well, I guess we had naval units in Red Alert 3, so that's something. But I do kind of miss naval units. Not that many games have them.
Give us the word. We'll be the place around it. We will be there. A better position. Sandwich man, ready. I'm moving. You got it. Ready, General. Location set.
Okay, no, the levelers are not bad. I think you just have to be careful with them. I think they're pretty fragile. Let's see. Garage. I guess if if this is at all like CNC, if you capture that, it allows your units to auto heal. I think. Oh no, it's in an area. Okay, never mind.
Ready, General. Airborne. On the lookout.
Aegis.
On my way. We have the sky. Yes. What do you need?
Dominance Anchor.
Standing by, General. Those are they said. To the sky.
Let's see, does it say how many kills they have? I don't think it... Maybe it doesn't. It'd be cool if they did, though. That would kind of give me some idea of how good the various units are.
Relocating payload.
Unit is under attack.
We will be there. Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree. It probably is a lot of work for the game makers to have naval units. Rain is currently rubbing up against the hand that's on the mouse. As I've said many times, Rain is a detractor. I don't think I have. I've almost died in Souls games because Rain is wants attention. The Tractor Cat. The Tractor Cat canceled my Switch 2 pre-order.
As you command.
I'm kind of surprised that DSP didn't try to claim that Jasper canceled his pre-order. That would have at least been funny. Like, I'll give him that.
Unit lock. Base is under attack. Our Tempest
Phil has the weirdest way of saying it, too. He calls him Jasper.
base unit
It's
lost.
weird.
On the alert. Acknowledged. Yes, General. We will be there.
Base unit lost.
Awaiting orders.
areas.
Unit
I
lost.
don't really have anything. I think the salvage tank can shoot air. No, it can't. Okay. But at least it can repair my units. Like, Rain, if you want to sit in my lap, you can sit in my lap. I'm not going to say no to that. It's just, I'd rather you didn't rub your head up against my hand when I'm playing an RTS. Wow, there's a lot of enemy units. The Veti really do like the spam. The other thing I really wish they would add into this game is a pause button. Because, I mean, you can pause the game, but it would be nice in missions like this, because I don't really know all the Veti structures yet, so it would be cool if I could, like, pause the game and take a look at them and see what they do. But they do not have that, unfortunately. War assembly. I wonder what that is. Build some more boars. Okay, Ziggurat is their barracks. Golden cannon. Looks kind of like a photon cannon. Maybe that'll be the meta, like for Veti, like photon golden cannon rush. Okay, let's see.
Unit is under attack.
Let me see what these units. Life anchor. Okay, life anchor doesn't do anything. Oh, okay, there we go.
Unit ready.
What is that? Corral. Produce enlightened. I wonder what enlightened are. Sounds like it's some sort of auto generation. But no, I like the Vetis look a lot more than the Scrin actually. I think they're going to be a really cool faction to play as. So.
Our base is under attack. Our Tempest unit lost.
On the alert. We have the sky.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
If you can hear that, Rain is currently playing with the packaging my beef jerky
Our
came
base is
in.
under attack.
Shit.
Unit lost.
Oh wow, that's a lot of
Our base is
units.
under attack.
Oh shit! Fuck. Oh wow, I just lost my entire army. That's not good.
Awaiting orders.
I'm just gonna have to rebuild this. Let's see.
Unit lost. Training.
And I still have levelers, so I can still, like, kind of push here. I can at least destroy some of their base defenses.
Engine running.
Unit ready. Unit is under attack. Unit ready.
Oh, no. gonna be a slow creeping forward on this one, I can just tell. Oh, is it- I could train some more levelers. That might not be a bad idea.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Oh shit.
Where are they? Want me to place a rocket somewhere?
Unit ready.
Hitting the rope.
Unit lost. Unit is under attack. Our Tempest rig is under attack.
General.
Where are they going?
Unit lost.
Oh,
Tempest
oops.
rig
Okay,
is
well,
under attack.
that would be a problem.
Unit ready. Training. Unit lost.
I'm not super concerned if the secondary base gets destroyed. I have a lot of units at this
Unit
point in
is
time,
under
so.
attack.
The Dynasty.
Unit lost.
Or no, I mean I'm almost at the end of the game, so the mission.
Position.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
These things are really
Unit
tough.
ready.
Can that hit air? Okay, no, it can only hit ground. Interesting.
Loud and clear.
Unit is under attack. Unit lost.
Vector calculated. We will be
Our
there.
Tempest rig is under attack.
On your
Let's
command.
see, we'll move that up to here.
Acknowledged. Handles like a dream.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Alright.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Airborne. As you command.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Come in, command.
Unit is under attack. Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit lost.
Oh, okay, cool. I have engineers here.
We have the sky.
Unit ready.
Where are they? Moving over.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit ready.
War Ender.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Oh, okay, it's a ground only unit, so that means the levelers can just destroy it.
Unit
Okay.
lost.
Alright.
Is that your HQ?
I'm just gonna save in case it's a case where if he dies part of the way through I fail the mission.
Focus mortars. As you command.
Our Tempest rig is under unit lost.
Technician. Moving over. Technician. Received
Oh, did he get killed as he was moving up? Oh, that's not good.
Moving over. Yes.
Unit is under attack.
There is no
Our Tempest rig unit lost.
Just everything move up. We got more than enough units, so just
Unit lost. Tempest rig is under attack. Unit lost.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna wreck this
Tempest rig
base.
is under attack.
Let's see here.
Unit lost.
Did all the engineers that came with this die? I guess it did.
There is no escape.
That is a lot of
Just
production facilities, though. Okay,
Our
let's move up.
Tempest rig is on unit lost.
Where are we?
Training.
Salvage vans and there.
rocket standing by.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Yeah, given the size of this, how close am I to the end of the campaign? This is probably the second last mission, I think.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit is under attack.
The one thing I have not been able to figure out is how to get units to auto attack non-defensive structures. I don't know. I seem to be having a lot of trouble getting them to do that. Like if I hit attack move, it will not attack
Unit lost.
defensive structures.
Hitting the room.
I mean, it will not attack like factories and that
Tempest
kind of
rig
thing.
is under attack. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Standing by. With pleasure.
Unit is under attack. Our Tempest rig is under attack.
There is no escape.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Relocating them.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Okay, there we go.
Prepare to hold your position. We cannot allow the Veti to take it back. Multiple Veti signatures converging
what the
on your
fuck?
location. Crush them.
We are close, General. Fight to the last.
What? It's become a holdout mission. Shit, I was not prepared for that at all.
Constructing.
We can help.
Unit ready.
What am I supposed to be defending?
Tempest rig unit lost.
Am I defending this location?
Cancelled.
Okay, I don't really know what's going on. Let's see here. We're just gonna
Unit
keep...
lost.
All I know is we're gonna keep throwing these out. Just as many... Actually, SAM sites might be more useful. Okay, Voltaic tank.
Unit lost.
Okay, no, I have quite a few units left. Okay, no, I should be good. I'm assuming this is what I'm supposed to defend.
Tempest
It doesn't really
is under attack.
say, though. They're attacking me here, they're attacking my base, or what?
Unit lost.
Deploying. What do you need? You got it. Onto the cannon?
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Constructing. Cancelled.
Yeah, I'll move over to SAM sites.
Unit lost.
I'll build a couple more levelers, maybe.
Training.
I have basically unlimited money at this
Our
point in
Tempest
time,
rig
so
is
it
under
doesn't really
attack.
matter.
Unit ready. Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Moving over.
Constructing. Cancelled. Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Actually, you know what? I could move up and destroy some of the factories over here. That might not be a bad idea.
Unit lost.
Trajectory set. Where are they?
Construction complete. Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit lost.
Weather calculated. Like old time. Taking position.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Constructing.
Acknowledged. The Dynasty's hammer. War tank ready. Taking position.
Unit lost.
Yes.
Dynasty.
We're inside. There are glyphs everywhere, but the walls are covered in Tempest. Setting up equipment. We're starting scan now.
Our Tempest rig is under attack.
Okay, I think that's the construction site there, so I'll try to destroy that.
So good.
Hopefully that'll help.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
Okay, well, this seems to be going decently well. Oh shit. Okay, those are anti-air units.
Better position.
Unit lost.
Orders, General.
Our Tempest
Scans in progress, General. Buy us more time. This place is a maze. There's a gateway. Looks like they were repairing it.
Our base is under attack.
Yes.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit lost.
We have the sky.
Okay, these levelers are actually better than I
Tempest
thought
rig
they were.
is under attack.
Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Unit lost.
All these salvage trucks repairing each other is
There
really
are so
useful.
many chambers down here. I think it's a library. There are so many lights. We've almost finished scanning. Just give us a little longer.
Okay, there we go.
A better position.
Our Tempest rig is under attack. Unit ready. Unit lost.
So if people are wondering what that is, it's just because these things generate free harvester units. So there's something over there that's just killing them one at a time. So I'm just going to move this here. I don't really need any more money at this point.
We're so close to being finished. We need more time, or this have all been for nothing.
Tempest rig is under attack. Base is under attack. Unit lost.
Okay, I'm glad I built all those SAM sites.
As you command.
Tempest rig is under attack.
Alright, 13 seconds left.
Construction unit lost.
Should be
Our
fine.
Tempest rig is
Scans complete. Contact them, boy. The very secrets are ours.
The temple is ours, General. And with it, the secrets to their technology. To the Tempest. Understanding of what we ultimately conquer. Well done, my friend. You have made me proud.
Something's happening. Stand by.
Uh-oh.
Lydia is registering a massive energy cascade from the west. I don't know what it is, but the Veti, it's flying now.
Uh-oh.
General, I am sending the evac team to your location. Let's bring you home.
Oh, there's not going to be another holdout? That's cool. I think I'll probably end it. We'll just take a look at what the next... Oh, complete the Dynasty campaign on normal difficulty? This was the last mission? Really? Okay, I did all the objectives. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the last mission. Ooh. That's a big thing. Was that the end? Of the
You're
campaign?
something else, aren't you? Not only did you push the Veti back, they have stopped their assault entirely. We have their temple, we have their technology, if you can call it that. There is so much we have yet to learn, but at last, we hold the source of their power. There is more. A few hours ago, we registered a shockwave originating from Spain. Seems GDF had one last trick up their sleeve. Something hit the Veti hard. A Dynasty base was in the region, though we have yet to make contact. I had hoped GDF would be weakened, but we must remain cautious. GDF believe us to be defeated. That gives us time. And with the Hawthorne plague expunged from our halls, I can finally speak freely. No more hiding in the shadows, not from our people. We have work to do, my friend, for the Dynasty.
What am I now? It was not long ago I commanded the greatest power known to man. Our proud and strong Tempest Dynasty. It was my honor to serve our people. What has become of the Dynasty? Not at the hands of GDF or those creatures. My own father decides to tear down everything that I have built. He released them, the fool! So many lives. Am I to be his puppet? No. I misjudged you. That was my downfall. You are not loyal to him, nor to me. Don't think I can't see that. Your loyalty lies with the Dynasty. That makes two of us. Now listen close. The old man knows more than he should about a great many things. He knew about the Ancient Ones when no one else did. I want to know how. Listen to him. Find out what he's planning. We will talk later, you and I. This is not in order. This is for the future of the Dynasty. Are you with me?
Okay, and then that is the end of the Tempest campaign. Next will be the GDF campaign. That did not feel like the final level, although I guess it kind of did. I don't know. I guess it was an okay final level. I guess there's more content coming. Yeah, I mean that was a full campaign. That was like what, 8 missions or something. So that was like a standard campaign length. I don't think the Veti campaign is out yet either, unless it's like with CNC3 where they just kind of you unlock it at one point. But I don't know. The setting is cool. I'll say this, like the cutscenes were kind of disappointing. I mean, I'm glad that we had them, but they're just kind of like very average. very average and very kind of meh. Okay, so like we didn't get any eye candy. That's my first complaint. Secondly, I guess there was only like 2 characters. I mean, I guess that's okay, but I don't know, there just wasn't enough camp or really personality or feeling to it. Like, once again, I'm glad that we have the cutscenes and that we actually have some of that stuff back from classic CNC, but I don't know, I just don't think it was enough, to be honest, for what it was. The setting, I think, is kind of cool. The kind of the twist they put on it is kind of fun. The base building's not bad. I think overall it's good. I'd probably give this game like an 8 out of 10 so far. Keep in mind, for me, 5 is like mediocre, so I'd put this as really good. Maybe in the very good but not great category, I think I'd say. Like, it was not... it was not like the best thing I've ever played, but it was good. Like, I'd say it's very solid. It's a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's definitely up there with something like CNC 3, even if the budget was way lower. The gameplay is good. The mission design was good. I just kind of would have liked a bit more out of the cutscenes. I think that's my only real complaint, is that the cutscenes were just not like enough. Like, I don't know if they needed more camp, if they needed more characters, if they needed like more of a plot line. You kind of had the generic like bad guy plot line where someone double crosses you, and I guess that's okay. Is this a game you picture yourself playing again once you finish everything? Maybe some point. Maybe some point I'd replay the campaign. Especially if there's like a big update that like does a bunch of rebalances. I'll have to see how the GDF campaign is. I probably won't play this multiplayer because I don't really play multiplayer games. At least like multiplayer, other than StarCraft, I don't really play multiplayer RTS. But I mean, I'll say this, like, let me see, how many hours have I played this so far? Okay, so that campaign took me approximately 12 hours, which I think is reasonable for an RTS campaign. There's a second one, so there's like about 24 hours of just campaign, which I think is fine. That's not bad at all. It definitely didn't feel like it was really short. Maybe like 1 or 2 more missions would have been okay. The missions tended to be on the long side, which once again isn't really a problem. There was a good variety. I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know if I'll play Skirmish on this. I might. I don't know. I just find the macro mechanics a bit more complicated than Command and Conquer, so I just don't know if I'd play Skirmish on this. The only game I really play Skirmish on, if you can call it that, is Sins of a Solar Empire. I would say though, like, let me see, how much was this game? I don't even remember. Okay, store page. Tempest Rising was $50 Canadian, which I think is very reasonable. I think that's a very fair price for this. If anything, that's quite generous, considering some of the shit that, like, I think the standard price of a game in Canada now is $80. So this is, yeah, this is fine. Look, Braden, you're going to regret eating that piece of beef jerky later. The music was, like, good. It wasn't quite as good as a CNC game. So I'd say this is like a B+ version of a CNC game. Is how I'd put it. It's almost there. It just needs a little bit more something. Let me see, what is that in freedom unit, in freedom dollars? CAD to USD. I said it was 50. Yeah, 36. Yeah, about 40 USD. Which, given like how much a lot of shit is charged, like, and given all the nonsense that's in like early access and will never come out of early access, like this is fit. Okay, so there's a difference between something being finished and they're going to add more content later, and something not being finished and them finishing the game later. So like there was a full campaign for this. The game's clearly done. They're just going to add on more stuff later. Whereas with like Airborne Empire, which I was playing, it just stops. Like you just get to a certain point in the storyline, it just goes, "This is as far as we've programmed it. We'll program more of it later. Thank you for buying it." I think that's what the platform of the Pope should be, is to declare early access a form of usury, and say that it's like a sin. But yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got for $50. It's cheaper than like any Nintendo game. Like I got the Lunar Collection. The Lunar Collection was like more than that. Early access hell's a play, because there's a lot of early access games I really like. It's just that they aren't finished. For instance, you have what's one that I really liked? Infection-Free Zone I really liked. I don't know. There's just a bunch of them that just are perma stuck in it. Oh, if people want, maybe I'll do a poll. If people want me to play Annihilate the Spans, I can do that. Annihilate the Spans is kind of interesting because it's an RTS that you don't control your units directly. It's just all about production. So it might be interesting, but once again, it's there's like one full campaign out of like 6, and they released it with just one campaign. Which I don't know. I just find it scummy. I really don't like it. I just feel like you kind of have to, or else it's just never going to be released. Like you'll never be, either you play the shitty like early access version, or it's just never going to come out. I forget, there's like a Metroidvania game I was playing. I forget what it was called, but like you got to a certain point in it and it just goes, "This is the end of early access. You can't go any further in the game." I can't remember what that one was called, but that was pretty annoying. That irritated me quite a bit. There's been a couple of games. There's been a lot of stuff like that. Dune Spice Wars was stuck in early access for years, like 3 years. It was just on for so long. Oh, let's see. There's Elden Ring. Well, Elden Ring's not in early access. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of closed beta testers. Is this just a way to like pad out the credits or something? I don't know. These are all very good questions. I just kind of feel like I should wait to see if there's like some end of credit scene that like hints on what's going to go on. We'll see though. I'll say this, regardless of how you feel about Tempest Rising, I'm happy at least somebody made it. No, these are the beta testers. These aren't people who worked on the game. These are people who beta tested it. I think they just put them in here. It was probably like they paid extra money to do that, so... Or they just wanted to thank the people who... Probably it was an early access or closed beta or something, and they had to pay the full price of the game, and this is like a big thank you to the people who supported them. That's my guess. But this is fucking long. Wow. Has DSP ever played an RTS? I don't know. I might get a Switch 2 eventually. I just have a huge backlog of shit I need to get through. Like, I haven't even gotten through... I have Super Mario RPG, and I haven't gotten through that yet either. So... Oh, wait. Was that something? There we go. Oh. No, it just went back to the main menu. Well, that was kind of lame. Oh, well. Anyways, guys, that was Tempest Rising, Tempest Dynasty campaign. I'm not sure when we'll do the GDF campaign, but we will do it at some point. So